What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back in another video. In today's video, I have another custom LEGO video on my custom LEGO minifigures from Doom Patrol, and here I have Robotman and Negativeman. Now, I watched the pilot episode of the new Doom Patrol show, and to be honest, I actually really liked it. I did not expect to like it as much. I didn't really have an opinion on the show, when it was first announced that they were going to make a Doom Patrol show, but, after watching the first episode, dang, it was pretty good. I really like the characters. They're all great, but the two standout ones, are definitely Robotman. Well, Robotman being the main standout one, but another standout to me is Negativeman, because I just loved him in the episode of Titans. That was my favorite episode of Titans. I didn't watch the entire series, but I just watched that one episode. But the only good episode, in my opinion, of Titans was the one where they had the Doom Patrol in there. So yeah, which brings me to my next point. For some reason, I don't know when Doom Patrol, the TV show, takes place, whether it's before or after Titans. I'm guessing it's before, because there's Crazy Jane, there's Cyborg, and then there's Beast Boy's not there, clearly, so I don't know. I don't know where he, fits in, but anyway, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the show. So it's pretty good. It's definitely rated R-ish kind of stuff, so if you're a kid, definitely shouldn't watch that. But anyway, let's just get started with this video. Alright, here we have Negativeman. Negativeman, I really liked, seeing that cooking scene in Titans. I don't know why. But for some reason in Doom Patrol, he's a depressed mess. I'm not exactly sure why, but whatever. Basically, I just took a standard Lego head and then cut off the stud and then sculpted the top bit with Procreate and then put tape all around the figure and then outlined it after painting it this base color, and then I sculpted on his little, I don't know if you call them glasses or goggles. He wore glasses in Titans, but apparently he wears goggles now in Doom Patrol. Not exactly sure what's up with that. But yeah, I also did make a custom trench coat out of an index card. It's pretty simple. It's not really the best trench coat ever, but whatever. I did also sculpt my own glove tops and painted his hands as the mummy fingers, I guess, and his legs are pretty simple. Just used gray legs and then painted the shoes, and then the shirt's pretty simple. I also sculpted his little, because he has like a little, it's not a turtleneck really, but it's kind of like a turtleneck, so I sculpted the neck with Procreate and then painted it the same color as the torso. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Negativeman. There's really nothing more to go into with this figure, so I'll give you one last 360 look, and yeah, that's pretty much it for Negativeman. Alright, here we have the main standout character of the show, Robotman. I really liked what they did with Robotman. I liked how they made him a huge douche in the beginning, and then eventually, you kind of feel sad for him. I love when TV shows do that, or just, movies and in general. But, sometimes they're, you still hate them even though they've changed, but Robotman's not one of those cases, so yeah, with Robotman, I wanted to do, I had to think about how I was going to do a couple things. First, did I want to extend his arms and legs? And I decided against that because, well, for one thing, I already sculpted the arms before I, realized he was going to be too short. Because if I bring in Spider-Man, which is the standard Lego figure size, Spider-Man's actually a little taller. So, yeah, he's really short. I wanted to extend the arms and legs, but, then that would make him really skinny, and he's kind of skinny in the show, not really. But that just wouldn't look right, in my opinion. I just didn't want to do that. So I decided to just, make him a standard Lego minifigure, even though he's really short. I never cared about scale anyway. And another thing, did I want to sculpt the head? Or, how did I want to sculpt the head? Because there were a couple of things I had to consider. Because if you can see on the side, I did sculpt his nose. Some people, I haven't heard any complaints about it. I heard some people don't like it when people sculpt or paint noses on figures. But, Robotman being the exception, I don't usually do anything nose-related on my customs unless it's absolutely necessary. So, yeah. The head is fully sculpted. Same thing with Negativeman. I cut off the stud on the top and then sculpted over with Procreate and then, sculpted the rest. And I think I'm just going to zoom in real quick. I'm going to adjust my camera. I can't zoom in, apparently. Alright, so I'll just put my camera as close as I can to the figure. Yeah, the lighting's really bad, by the way. I'm really sorry about that. But here's the head. In every photo I post, it looks weird. But, in real life, it looks decent. I'm not entirely proud of the head, to be honest. It's okay. I think I did the best I could. Maybe I could have done a little bit better, but, it is what it is. So let's just start off with the fact that I used Procreate to sculpt everything you see here. And after sculpting it, I used several layers of Procreate. First of all, I sculpted the chin, and then I sculpted the little ears on the side, and then I sculpted the little band around his forehead. And then I let that cure, and then I sculpted the face. You can also see, he has a little lip thing right there. You can see his mouth. And I also sculpted the back and then the individual screws and then this little top thing right here. There. And then after sculpting all that, I actually painted it in several layers of paint. First I used a very bright metallic, not really bright, but like a metallic brownish color. It's what's the paint bottle called? It is called Deco Art Dazzling Metallics Metallic Acrylic Paints Rich Espresso. That's what I used as a base, but it was way too bright, and his like body is like rusted, so I dry brushed it in black. That didn't look right, but it did work in my favor because I ended up dry brushing it in brown after just normal brown paint, and then it turned out like this. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it looks really rusted. It looks really bright in certain areas with the lights shining on it, but for the most part, it's really rusted, and I really am happy I managed to capture that effect with this custom. And then I painted on the eyes, and then, you know, it started coming together. Not the best sculpt ever that I've ever done, but honestly, I think it really works for Robotman. And yeah, if you have any questions on the head sculpt, let me know in the comments down below. Real quick, I'm going to zoom out of my thing. There we go. Alright, rest of the figure. Pretty simple. I just used the gray torso and painted on Hello World, because that's what his shirt looks like in the show. I used an index card for his jacket, painted on all the simple details. For his arms, I sculpted quite a bit, actually. I sculpted the robot parts right there, you can see. I also did, you know, do the same thing with the head. I dry brushed it in several layers of paint with the Rich Espresso, black, and then brown. And then I sculpted the sleeves of the jacket a little bit to make him look a little puffier, or bulkier, I guess. And I sculpted the shoulder pads, whatever you want to call them, the hinges on his knees, or his actual knees are also the same thing I did with the head and arms. And, yeah, the actual Rich Espresso paint is actually the zippers on the jacket, if you're wondering. So yeah, that's how bright it was before. Shoes painted, and nothing on the back, because one, I didn't find much on the back, and two, it's not like it matters, because he wears a jacket anyway. So anyway, that's pretty much it for Robotman. I think this is, you know, it's not the best figure ever, but the more I look at it, the more it grows on me. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the Doom Patrol figures I made. I might make all of them one day, probably not, because I only care about Robotman and Negativeman. So yeah. Anyway, let's just wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, and if you like Doom Patrol, make sure to give this video a like. And if you have not already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, so that way you'll be notified for my next video, whenever that comes out. And, yeah, also let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make other Doom Patrol characters, or just other characters in general, you know, from DC, because I'm still trying to figure out what DC customs I want to work on, because I haven't really been working on many of those, but working on other things lately. So, yeah. Anyway, another thing, videos, they're kind of gonna get slowed down. I'm gonna be very busy with school and outside activities, because, yeah, life. That's just how it is. So, I'm gonna try and keep uploading as consistently as I can. I've been doing pretty good up until, like, a few weeks ago, so, yeah. Anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought, but anyway, what else was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. If you have not already, make sure to follow me on my Instagram and Flickr. Both links are in the description below. I do post my customs there before I post them here. I also do post work in progress photos of my customs before they're finished over there too, so you can check them out there. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this video. Doom Patrol, pretty excited to see what happens in the show, or what the show brings. So, anyway, I guess that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys once again for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever video that'll be, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.